So what is rolls? What is rolls? Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about rolls. Might be asking yourself, what are rolls? Well, this is the idea that every time we strike the pad, instead of that one individual sound, we're going to go for multiple sounds. Might get doubles, might get multiple bounces or buzzes. Anytime we strike the pad, we're looking for more than just that single individual tap as we go through it. So we've got three different types of rolls. And even though we just said we're looking for multiple bounces, the first type is actually a single or hand-to-hand roll. But when you speed it up, it sounds like you're doing more than that. So you might get something that sounds like this. So you can kind of see how if we speed that up, it sounds like you're doing more than just a hand-to-hand. Second type of roll is doubles. You may hear this called doubles or diddles. Anytime you hear the term diddles, we're just talking about getting typically two even strokes. So we're looking for something that might sound like this. So every time we come down to stroke, we get two sounds, a double or a diddle. Third type, you may have heard this called buzz or a multiple bounce roll. So instead of just a single sound or a double, we're typically going for 3 or more hits every time we come down for a stroke. So we actually get a buzz-like sound. So you might get something that ends up sounding like this. So it gets us a long buzz, one continuous sound as we go through it. So how do we get the stick to do rolls? How do we get it to bounce? Well, what we're looking for is something that we typically call rebound. That's the stick wanting to naturally come off the head as we go down for our stroke. The good news is the stick wants to rebound and it wants to kind of throw itself back up. What we're trying to do is control that rebound and control that bounce so that every time we come down we can get our double or our multiple bounces. But take a moment, go hand to hand, loosely, very loose grip here, and just experiment with the stick wanting to naturally rebound. So what we're looking for to be able to achieve these bounces and these rebounds and to be able to control it is a combination of our fulcrum, which is that spot between our pointer finger and our thumb, and use of our 3 back fingers here to help control the stick as it comes down and hits the pad. We're looking for sort of a Goldilocks scenario. If we're too tight, if we're really gripping the stick hard every time we come down, there's going to be no natural rebound. I've got all my fingers wrapped around it, I'm holding on really tight, the stick has no way to bounce or rebound off. So it's not going to do anything, it's just going to stay there on the head as I come down. Again, if I go too loose, we have a scenario where we were just experimenting with, and the stick's going to bounce as many times as I want to. I'm not really controlling it, I'm kind of letting it do whatever it wants to do. So we're looking for something kind of in the middle. And you're looking for just a little bit of pressure here, and your back fingers are going to curl around but not hold on as tight as they can, so that when the stick comes down, if I need to, I can grip a little bit more, I can employ these back fingers and stop the bounce if I want to. So I can get doubles or buzzes if I hold on a little tighter. So as you're going hand to hand, play around a second and go maybe just a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter, a little bit looser, a little bit looser. And you'll see how the different grip here and the different uses of your back fingers can really affect the bounce that you get. So let's talk about some double stroke rolls. In our previous examples of trying out these different strokes, we saw how using the fulcrum and your back fingers can be applied to make sure that we get only 2 bounces. It's going to be really important though in the double stroke roll that we use these back fingers a little more. Every time you come down to use a stroke, you can use these back fingers to grip and stop the motion from happening. So if I don't use any back fingers at all, the stick kind of bounces wildly out of control. If I want to stop it after maybe just 2 bounces or doubles or diddles, we can get something like this. Grip, grip, grip. So I'm trying to stop it after those 2 bounces using my back fingers to support me. So let's try an exercise that's going to help us build these doubles and make sure we're playing them evenly as we go. First part of this exercise is going to incorporate a bar of 16ths and then a bar of 8th notes, and repeat that. And then we're going to move on to the point where we're actually doing doubles. So follow along the first part with me here. This is kind of just the setup. This is part 1. Play along with me. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Next version of this, you'll see in the last bar, it's another bar of 16ths, but instead of doing them as singles, we're going to try them as doubles. Watch my wrist motion as we get to that last bar. You're going to see how even though I'm playing doubles, it looks like my wrists are still just playing those 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So the first part of the exercise helps you get used to the wrist motion you'll need. Second part of the exercise lets you apply the different grips you'll need in terms of the pressure in your fulcrum and using your back fingers. Trying to make sure that that last bar sounds as even as the third bar or the first bar, which is the 16ths. So let's try that out. This is part 2. And 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Last time. Alright, so you may be asking yourself, how much fulcrum pressure do I need? How much do I need to apply those back fingers? The thing that really helps you determine that is your tempo. So at the tempo we were just at, which was 100 beats a minute, you probably figured out by trial and error how much fulcrum pressure you need and how much of your back fingers you need to apply. We're going to try a slightly faster tempo now. This will be 116. As we play along this time, you're going to sense how you need just a slightly different fulcrum pressure and how you need to apply the back fingers just slightly differently to make sure we're matching the 2 different 16th bars. So here we go. This is at 116. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. So again, you probably just figured out as we played through that, depending on what tempo you're at, that'll dictate how much fulcrum pressure you need, how much back fingers you need to apply to make these doubles come out evenly. Alright everyone, that was our roll builder exercise video. Stay tuned, we're going to make a play along video of these where you can play them at different tempos for a little longer, so tune in next time for that. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you like the video and subscribe to see more. Thanks a lot.